The capture of Masisi territory by the M23 has sparked widespread condemnation and prompted numerous calls from the international community for the group's withdrawal. To gain a deep understanding of the situation, RBA conducted an exclusive interview with regional expert Gasominari Jean Baptiste, who provided his insights on the matter.
Well, actually, the world is now making statements because it's an expression of their failure to solve the problem that is ongoing in Eastern DRC. That is why they are multiplying statements and statements. Otherwise, M23 has legitimate causes which led them to fight and to capture Masisi territory. And Masisi territory is part of DRC. It's part of their country. It's their right to fight and capture any area within their country. They never went to a foreign country to fight, so there is no need that the international community as a whole be condemning them, because actually they have been having issues with their government. These issues have never been solved. Among the issues, I think the most serious one is the refugees that have been outside their land, their homeland for more than 25 years now. The international community is the one responsible for feeding those refugees in refugee camps where they are in various countries that are neighboring DRC, including Uganda, Rwanda, Tanzania to a certain extent, and Kenya. So the international community has failed to address this issue for these people to go back home. Now after 25 years, the young ones say, no, we cannot afford not to have a country. We need to go back and fight for our rights. So they are rightly fighting for their rights in their country. So I do not understand why the international community now is agitated that they should withdraw from where they have captured without even showing where they should go. If they are saying that they should withdraw from Masisi territory headquarters, where are they suggesting that they should go? Because Masisi is part of their land. They have conquered their land because actually they have been asking for the international community and DRC government to help solve the problem that is theirs. And nothing has been done. Now that they have taken up arms to fight, everyone now has stood up to say that they should withdraw. Where do they want them to withdraw to? They do not have where to withdraw to. That is why they will remain in Masisi where they are, and possible they will be actually pursuing the enemy until when he reaches an area where he won't be a problem to them.
This region they are being requested to withdraw from has been for many years in the hands of FDLR and the other militias. Why only M23?
No, simply because M23 is not a loved child of the international community, because they can defy what the international community is trying to do in DRC by making this conflict endless. Because as you know, MONUSCO has been deployed in the Eastern DRC for over 2 decades now, since 1999. But if you ask them to show you tangible results, they won't show them. But yet they have spent millions and billions of dollars each year. The UN votes resolutions and budgets to support MONUSCO. But yet MONUSCO is not bringing about results. So when a movement like M23 comes in and fights and liberates territories, you are like exposing that international community. So all the communiques that you're seeing, all the statements, it's like a retaliation that you want to show to the world that we are useless, that we are not doing much. So we are also going to deal with you, because actually they have facilities to make those statements. They can be easily understood, but they ignore the root causes that make M23 fight. And you know, by making a mere statement, I do not think that you solve the problem, or you are contributing towards solving the problem.
Why do you think FDLR, for instance, is cherished?
Actually, it is cherished because actually FDLR is what? Is just a result of the policies and politics of those colonial masters. They are the ones that supported them. They are the ones that armed them. They are the ones that, after they committed genocide against the Tutsi in 1994, FDLR has been, actually by that time it was not called FDLR. Let me just make it clear. The former government forces of Rwanda, all the militia that participated in the genocide in Rwanda, they are the ones, they were escorted to DRC. They were not disarmed. And since then, they have been receiving every support that they could receive, and this support, being political, being logistical, being diplomatic, they have been receiving it. So if they are supported by people, they cannot just release. They cannot just forget about them today. So they know their friends are now in trouble because they are being fought, and they are trying everything they can to rescue them.
Do you see any added value for M23 capturing Masisi?
Definitely yes. Definitely yes. It's a territory that is added to the territories that they had. They were controlling, and it is strategic to the sense that it's on the road going to Walikale territory headquarters. And all the access to other areas is through Masisi. So militarily, it's a very good achievement. The whole territory of Masisi actually is like the food store of the whole North Kivu province. So people in Goma are fed with food that comes from Masisi and other areas. But Masisi being closer to Goma, contributes much more, because even ferrying food from Masisi to Goma is easier than ferrying the same from Lubero, which is far away from Goma. So Masisi definitely is a strategic area. Gaining it is a very good gain. And I think the people who are now making those statements, they know what Masisi means as a territory.
What message to Burundian forces who have been there for some months? Well,
Burundian forces are just there fighting because on the request of Tshisekedi. But the motivation they have is that they say that they have gone to fight Tutsis because this genocide ideology in the region, hasn't ended. It is a work in progress. When they lose that war, because actually, let me say it straight. CNDD, FDD have no record of winning wars. So they will go to DRC. They have been there. They have deployed more than 10,000 troops now. But since when they came until today, they haven't even gained one single village on their own. So being there, yes, they are there because their leaders want to be them to be there. The government forces, the government of DRC forces are there. All the militia in the eastern part, the people that they used to refer to as armed groups, all of them were recruited by the government and put together in under one umbrella called Wazalendo. They are all fighting, but what are they gaining in terms of victories on the battleground? Simply because they do not have any valid reason to fight for. But M23, on the other hand, has valid reasons to fight for. They have genuine causes to fight for. That is why they are registering victories over victories.
So far, the government in Kinshasa has refused direct talks with M23. What do you think will happen after M23 they are capturing cities?
Well, when they capture cities, and if the government of Congo continue to refuse to negotiate, then the M23 will administer where they have captured, and the DRC government will remain with the party that it's controlling. There is no other option. Either they negotiate, they agree on something, they sign a peace deal, then they cease fire and integrate in the whole process: army, security forces, government, local government, and so forth. Or they will keep administering the areas that they have captured, because they are under their jurisdiction now, and they have showed the capacity to administer territories better than the government that is in place in DRC.